So, your masculine presence will be heightened once you retain your seed. Your masculine presence is going to have an effect on other people, especially women, right? Because women, they love masculine men. There's a lot of these women out here in this world who might be like, oh, I like a man who's like in his feminine nature. Like, those women, I'm telling y'all, they far from like their actual state. I'm not even gonna lie. You guys, man, when you're retaining, your testosterone levels are naturally going to heighten. Your testosterone is what makes you as a man. Your testosterone is what makes you have that sex appeal or that sex drive in a sense. And like I was saying before, women like masculine men. You know what I'm saying? Whatever woman is talking about, she don't like a man that's too masculine. That is cap. Obviously you don't want to be like over the top to where you're being like mad disrespectful to a woman. Things like that are actually a thing, where men are just over the top masculine. They be calling women out of their name, disrespecting women. Like, I'm not talking about that type of like over the topness. I'm just talking about being able to lead a woman, being able to not back down from a woman, being able to, be that leader to a woman where she can come to you and ask you things and you will have to answer. Because if you ever notice, man, women naturally want to look up to a man. That's just a fact. Women naturally want to look up to a man. And I was listening to a sermon from Dr. Miles Monroe, and he was basically saying, as men, we are the fathers of women. You can also compare it to like when you're getting married to a woman. In certain countries, you would have to ask the woman's father to have his daughter's hand in marriage. You know what I'm saying? And you got to wonder why that is. Because you are now taking her from her father and now you are becoming her father, which makes a lot of sense. So women naturally, they want to look up to a man. They want to have a strong, powerful, masculine man in their life so that they can be in their feminine nature. Women naturally like masculine men, and that is how it's supposed to be. A woman shouldn't be walking over a man. A woman shouldn't be telling a man like what to do, and especially if he don't want to do it. A woman, basically what I'm trying to say is, shouldn't carry a man on a leash like he's a dog. We see how women in the music videos in Hollywood, they be doing these type of things, but that is what they're trying to promote. But listen, if you are on retention, if you are a man of God and valor, you know that your masculinity is very important and you will gain masculine energy. And you will now carry a masculine presence about yourself, especially when you're not watching the porn or looking at women or objectifying women. You will now carry a natural, and I mean natural, because a lot of men be capping out here, a lot of men be faking out here. There be a lot of fake gangsters out here. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. A lot of men be capping, y'all. And this is why I never cared to be a street guy. You know what I'm saying? I was never into that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I used to do some crazy stuff before I got saved, but I was never like a street guy. I was never into that because that's just not who I am. But there's a lot of men nowadays who think, even rappers, even people that are famous, right? There's a lot of those type of men who think, oh, because they got a chain, because they got money, they're masculine, right? And that's not true masculinity. It's not true masculinity. So once you're on retention, you will develop true masculinity, because there would be times when there's going to be times when you might face a masculine woman on retention, right? You might face a masculine woman and you might be that person who puts her in her feminine state. You might put that masculine woman back in her feminine state just because you are retaining your seed. And I'm telling y'all, man, this is why God tells us to do these things. This is why God don't want us to be bussing on our phone screens or bussing in that woman or that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what makes you as a man. So y'all got to look at it that way. If you're not retaining, if you're just spilling your essence or giving it away just like that, no woman should submit to you. No woman is going to want to submit to you. And if she does, then she just don't have a sense of self. She doesn't know who she is. She don't understand her value as a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's really levels to this, man. There's really levels. And this is what I want you guys to understand, because you're now going to have natural confidence. You're now going to have natural masculinity. You're not going to have a problem with being a man, right? If something needs to be done or something needs to be said, as a retaining man, you're not going to have an issue speaking up for what you believe in. And this is what I've noticed on my journey. I've became a lot more masculine, because I remember before I used to be a pushover. And these are all things I'm still, working on till this day. But before, I used to be a yes man. You know what I'm saying? I used to have friends who, I used to chill with them and I wasn't receiving anything in return. And I would always, just because I thought they were my friends, they were my homies, I would always just say yes, and I would do this and I would do that. But now I'm starting to love myself. And that's another thing that happens when you're on retention. You start to love yourself. You start to realize that, okay, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my future. I'm doing this for God. And that is what's going to build self-love. When you can do things that are challenging, when you can do things that are beneficial to your life, that's what builds self-love, man. That's what's gonna make you look at yourself and be like, you know what? You're great. You're amazing, man. You're that guy. You that dude, man. Stop playing with him. That when you start retaining, man, you're gonna start looking at yourself like that. And you're not gonna have a problem telling people no. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we also, I believe a part of being a masculine man is having control of your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people feel like they have to react to things people say. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you soft or weak if you don't entertain the BS. I'm just being real, because I'm that type of guy. I don't entertain BS, especially if it don't make sense. I'll let people be mad all they want. I'll let people stay in that frequency all they want while I'm just still chilling. You got to have awareness, man. Once you have awareness of what be going on within people, and you just notice certain things about life and people in general, you won't entertain the BS, man. I'm telling y'all. So a part of being masculine is understanding your emotions, understanding what ticks you off, understanding, knowing that you don't always got to respond to people, knowing that you don't always got to entertain certain things. I feel like a part of being masculine is first and foremost understanding that about, life in general. You will develop a natural masculine presence about yourself, man. And women are going to notice this as well. Women are going to notice. I'm telling y'all, man, if you're a man who can retain his seed, if you're a man who has power or dominion over his body, or dominion just like how God gave Adam dominion over the earth, because as a man, you're supposed to have dominion over this earth, man. You're supposed to have dominion. If you hear a voice in your head telling you not to go fornicate, you're supposed to have dominion over your body and say, okay, I'm not gonna go fornicate. I'm not gonna go smoke that. I'm not gonna go watch that. You're supposed to have dominion as a man to listen to that voice telling you not to go do those things. And that's all a part of being masculine. Just doing hard things. Right? Not afraid of being wrong. Not afraid of taking risks. Making the initiative to start things. I feel like all of that has a play in being a masculine man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, man, once you on retention, your T levels are going to start rising. You know, you're gonna start notice you have more sex drive. You're gonna start noticing that you you can now build muscle more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these things are what, makes you masculine, but you're gonna start to notice a change within yourself once you're on retention, man. You're not gonna be afraid to look people in the eyes. And I got a video on eye contact coming soon too, man, because I really been studying people as of lately, and I even been studying myself. But you're not going to be afraid to look people in the eyes. You're not going to be afraid to tell people what's on your mind. You're not going to be afraid to let it be known, right? You're not going to be afraid to just let your nuts hang, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. You're going to tap into your true masculinity on this journey, man. If you haven't experienced that masculinity that I'm talking about, eventually later down the line, you're going to see what I'm talking about, man. You're going to see what I'm talking about, because it's something that's very hard to ignore, right? You're going to have a masculine presence about yourself. And believe it or not, that turns a lot of women on when they know that you are masculine. You can be a younger guy around an older woman, and she can view you as masculine if you're on retention based on how you speak, based on how you're looking her in her eyes, right? These are all things that can kind of show a woman who you are as a man. So listen, man, if you guys took anything insightful or learned something new today, I'm about to go to the gym, man. I'm about to go bully these reps. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm finna be busy all week. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all. Whenever y'all see this video, man, make sure to give this video a nice like. Also, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, man. Share this video with a friend because they will need to hear this message. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Just hit it, bro. Just hit the subscribe button. It's free, man. I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out.